Thank you for your interest in SchedulePro. This video will provide you with a brief overview of the features and capabilities of SchedulePro. More detailed overview and tutorial videos can be accessed through the videos page of our website. SchedulePro is often used in combination with SuperPro Designer, our batch process simulator. We recommend that you also watch the SuperPro overview video so that you have a clear picture of IntelliGen's software tools. SchedulePro is a finite capacity scheduling tool that is especially well suited for batch processing. It is also an effective modeling tool for capacity analysis, debottlenecking, and facility fit studies, and it estimates resource requirements for various production scenarios. Of course, it can handle daily production planning and scheduling as well. Finally, it can be used to disseminate schedule information to various stakeholders through the web and track production execution. In a manufacturing environment, SchedulePro is often used with two additional applications that together constitute the SchedulePro production suite. SchedulePro is the main scheduling engine. It determines the timing and resource assignments for all the batches needed to fill a given set of production orders. A SQL Server database holds published versions of the schedule. Authorized users may view the published schedule with the web viewer. The tracker provides an easy way to enter schedule updates such as actual start times and completion times. Now let's take a closer look. SchedulePro is a recipe-based scheduling tool. A recipe is a template or master batch for a process. Recipes consist of a series of unit procedures that are grouped into sections. A unit procedure is a processing step that utilizes a main equipment resource. For instance, the unit procedures of the bioreaction section include media blending, media sterilization, and fermentation. Unit procedures have one or more operations. Operations represent tasks executed within a procedure, such as charging of materials, fermentation, cleaning, etc. Information for an operation is specified through this window. Minimum information for an operation includes its duration, which is specified through the Duration tab, and its scheduling link, specified through the Scheduling tab. Operations may optionally utilize resources such as auxiliary equipment, labor, materials, utilities, etc. Together, the procedures and operations define the timing and required resources of the process. Resources utilized by recipes are associated with one or more facilities. For instance, this is the list of equipment items available at the biotech facility of this example. Recipes can be imported from SuperPro Designer, from text files, or created directly in SchedulePro. SchedulePro provides several ways to visualize a recipe. This is the recipe Gantt chart that shows the relative timing of each operation in SchedulePro. The blue bars represent procedures, and the cyan bars underneath a blue bar correspond to the operations of that procedure. Recipes may also be viewed as a block diagram. Each unit procedure is a block. Each text line in the block is an operation. The black arrows indicate material flows, and the blue indicates scheduling links. There are other recipe views that facilitate the editing of material transfers, resource assignment, and other information. It is also possible to edit a recipe through this view by double-clicking on the operation lines. A production schedule starts with one or more campaigns or production orders. For instance, here we have a campaign of 6 batches of protein 1 and a campaign of 5 batches of protein 2. The campaigns are scheduled by clicking this button. SchedulePro then schedules the batches and assigns resources. This is the Equipment Occupancy Chart, or EOC. which shows the occupancy of the equipment resources. Each row corresponds to one equipment resource. The colored bars indicate when the equipment is in use. In this view, the color coding is by campaign. In this example, each campaign runs on its own production line, but the two production lines share two CIP skids displayed at the top. Blue CIP skid bars represent cleaning of equipment in line 1, and green bars show cleaning of equipment in line 2. There are multiple options for the color coding in this view. Here, each batch is shown in a different color. The two production lines also share labor, utilities, and material resources. SchedulePro tracks the demand of all these resources. Their graphs can be generated through this menu. This chart represents the labor demand as a function of time. The values on the y-axis represent the number of operators. Changes to the schedule made in the equipment view are reflected in the resource charts. While unlimited by default, labor and other rate-based resources may be constrained. Any changes to the schedule can be undone by clicking the Undo button. SchedulePro also calculates inventories of materials and tracks the operation of utility systems. For instance, this chart represents the system that supplies purified water to this facility. The green line represents the inventory of water in the storage tank. The reddish lines display the instantaneous water demand, and the blue lines represent the operation of the generation system. Changes made in the EOC are immediately reflected in the chart below. This functionality facilitates sizing of utility generation and storage systems. If you are interested in this subject, please visit the videos page of our website and scroll to the bottom of the page. You will find 2 videos that provide additional information on purified water system sizing. SchedulePro generates a variety of other charts and reports. This is the daily activity report that shows information in a calendar-style format. Each rectangle represents a day. The different colors correspond to activities starting in different shifts of a day. Green is used for the morning shift activities, blue for the afternoon shift, and red for the night shift. SchedulePro also supports day-to-day scheduling. This red vertical line represents the current time, which is updated based on the computer clock time. Bars to the right of the current time represent future activities. The schedule is published to the SQL Server database by clicking the camera button. Operators and their supervisors may then view the schedule through the web viewer, which is a web application that relies on the data stored in the SQL database. Schedules can be viewed at various levels of detail. For instance, this is the Gantt chart of the first batch of the first campaign. By clicking here, it is possible to view the operations of a procedure. The schedule view of the web viewer provides detailed information on operation timing and resource assignment, which facilitates schedule execution. A rich set of filtering options supports generation of personalized views tailored to the responsibilities of individuals. Let's go back to SchedulePro. Delays in the schedule during execution can be specified through SchedulePro or the tracker. For instance, let's assume that we are experiencing a 1-day delay in the fermentation operation of the very first batch because of a problem in the inoculum preparation of that batch. SchedulePro shows equipment resource conflicts with extra lines for the equipment and with a red outline color for the bars. Resource conflicts may be solved manually or by invoking the SchedulePro conflict resolution algorithm. Let's deposit the updated schedule to the SQL Server database. This chart displays the updated schedule for this batch. It is also possible to view the originally planned schedule and visualize the delays. Here, the dark bars represent the current schedule, and the faded colors correspond to the originally planned schedule. Views of current versus planned schedule are available at higher levels of detail as well. Several other charts and reports can be generated using the data in the database and viewed through WebViewer or SchedulePro. It is also possible to create your own reports and charts by utilizing the SQL Server Report Viewer. SchedulePro can account for batch-to-batch variability by allowing for probabilistic durations. In addition to its nominal value, the duration of any operation may be associated with a distribution to account for variability during execution. Triangular distributions were specified for the fermentation operations of the two recipes in this example. SchedulePro can simulate the probabilistic execution of a schedule by clicking this button. As you can see, the current timeline steps through the schedule and perturbs the selected durations by sampling values from their distributions. Each simulation run represents a possible execution scenario. In addition, SchedulePro performs Monte Carlo simulations by repeating the run many times and collecting the statistics of output variables. For instance, here is the resulting distribution for the overall duration, also known as the make span, of this schedule that was generated by running 200 trials. While the nominal or deterministic overall duration of the project is 546 hours, the most likely value is 551 hours, and the maximum can be as high as 564 hours given the batch-to-batch variability. SchedulePro is shipped with several detailed examples, and new ones are regularly being added. The bioprocessing and small molecule API examples focus on manufacturing of active pharmaceutical ingredients. The fill finish and solid dosage examples deal with manufacturing of pharmaceutical products. The juice and yogurt examples cover modeling and scheduling of food manufacturing facilities. The polymer resins example is suitable to those dealing with batch manufacturing of specialty chemicals. You can test drive all of these examples by downloading the free evaluation edition of SchedulePro from the downloads page of our website. There is much more to SchedulePro than we can cover in this brief introduction. If you would like additional information, please watch the detailed overview and tutorial videos on the videos page of our website. In addition, do not hesitate to contact us for a web presentation of the tool. Thank you for your interest in SchedulePro.